Just how many days ago was that where I remember the governors, we brought you that report where they spoke about how is it that they were going to just perhaps not support the autonomy of local governments while they also go about so many other things. Well, we'll get you that report now and then we'll take it from there.
It is not often that the Nigerian Governors Forum holds their meeting at daytime like this, as the governors one after the other walked into a closed-door session at the Rivers State Governors Lodge. The 13th edition of the meeting focused on constitutional issues which are still being deliberated by the state governors.
We, the governors of the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at our 13th meeting held today, Tuesday, 27th November 2012, at the Rivers State Governors Lodge, Abuja, deliberated on several issues extensively, including devolution of powers, revenue allocation, local government autonomy, Land Use Act, National Youth Service Scheme Act, and security. Discussions on these issues and all other issues relevant to the constitutional review are ongoing.
The devolution will not take any particular, but we believe that power should be devolved, really. The federal government is carrying too much, more than they can handle. And since the majority of our people live at the state level, that we should devote more powers to the states, and if to the local governments even more, such that policies of government can reach faster and touch the lives of the ordinary people who dwell more in our rural areas.
The forum also used the opportunity to discuss several other issues, including the state of insecurity in the country. Some of the state governors renewed the call for the establishment of the state police amidst disagreement from their colleagues.
We have divided opinions. People have some who believe that they should have a state police, and some believe that state police in the hand of politicians might be abused. But some of us will believe that state police, community police, village police, family police is the best way to go. Police should be decentralized to enable them really perform their functions at the grassroots level. But we should be able to differentiate between federal police and state police and community police.
We discussed issues that will help Nigeria. And that's like I said, is ongoing, especially issue of security.
The position of the state governors is indeed a sensitive one, which could have its consequences on the review of the 1999 Constitution. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
Well, there you have that. Mr. Chris Akiri joins us now. He's the chairman, editorial board of the National Daily Newspapers, and also a public affairs analyst as well as a lawyer. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure.
Well, interesting perspectives that some of the governors have there, because, I mean, the impression that some people had is this ongoing amendment of the Constitution was going to be what the people wanted and what's not going to be influenced from any quarters whatsoever. But from what you've seen, what do you think we're on course, right, about this, especially their thoughts on the local governments first?
Well, yes, the ongoing, this is not the way it should be, the amendment of the Constitution. I've never believed in the amendment of the Constitution anyway.
Really?
Yes, I believe in the review of the Constitution, not in the amendment. You see,
distinguishing feature being...
Yeah, that's right, that when you amend the Constitution, maybe there are a few sections that are antithetical to democratic principles, and you just say, no, this one should be amended, and you amend it. No problem. Maybe 1 or 2 sections or 3 sections, and so on. But when you review a constitution, it's like giving a brand new constitution to the body politic. Now, and that is what I have always preached, because the constitution is an amalgam of rank inconsistencies. And there will be no time to tell you what areas of the Constitution are bad. The whole thing is entirely bad. I respect it because this is the fundamental law of the land, and unless and until it is changed, now this is the document that binds all of us together, so we have to respect it. But having said that one, there is a lot to be desired, it leaves a very sour taste in the mouth. Now you talk of the local government, the governor's position on local governments. Yes, I think for once, I'm hand in gloves with the governors, the local government, because the National Assembly would want a situation in which local governments have equal powers with states. You know, they would want a situation in which local governments become federating units. Is unheard of, you see. You know, that's what the National Assembly wants.
Is that the kind of autonomy that they're seeking?
Yeah, they want that type of autonomy so that every local government becomes a federating unit, just like the states and the federal government and the central government. I mean, it's never heard of. And then again, you know, they have a state local government joint account under section 162 of the Constitution. Now they would want them to have separate accounts. They don't want them to be joined with states. So that's the type of autonomy they are talking about.
How is it supposed to function now, as it is on the laws?
The way it is now is that local governments, a local council is an appendage of a state government. It's not supposed to be autonomous. It's an appendage. It's subject to the suzerainty of the state. You know, because it is like a borough in the United Kingdom. It's like a county in the US. It's like a county in France. Not the state government. It's not a state, you know, because if we have time, we are going to discuss this problem of autonomy for local councils, you know, in the Constitution.
You know, they're trying to liken it to a county, which everyone had always believed that that's what it is. But with this new debate saying that, look, it should be given autonomous powers,
Yes.
different from the state,
Yes.
just as the state has its own powers, different
Yes.
from the government at the center.
Yes.
So what's the implication of the local government having autonomous power, giving that autonomy? Because as it is now, people
Yes.
still say it is because of that appendage or
Yes.
joint, should I say, administration,
Yes.
that we still don't have the feel of grassroots governance
Yes.
at that level.
You see, it's not in the 15th, 16th, 17th centuries in France. There used to be a situation that we call, they created a Frankenstein monster, and they called it a state within a state. It was one of the factors that led to the French Revolution in 1789. You know, where you create conflicting powers, then you cannot achieve any development. As a matter of fact, the National Assembly would want a situation in which a local council becomes like another state at the federal level. You have the head of state, whose wife is known as the first lady. At the state level, you have a governor, whose wife is known as the first lady. At the local council level, you have the wife of the local council chairman, who wants to be known and addressed as the first lady of the local council, and so on. It is so ridiculous. In fact, somebody, I think it's the CBN governor, a few days ago, suggested that local government councils should be scrapped. I want to tell you, for the first time, I'm in full accord with the CBN governor on this issue.
On the same matter, the
local council system should be scrapped completely, because at the moment it's a drain pipe, a veritable drain pipe on the economy of this country.